What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the LTQ Wrestling Podcast. We have our weekly SmackDown review. Not gonna lie to y'all, not the most eventful SmackDown. It was tough to get through at times. A lot of weird booking, a lot of weird decisions, interferences, DQ endings, you name it. The SmackDown had it when it comes to weird booking. I'm joined by QJ. QJ, ready to talk some wrestling today?
What's up? Yeah, let's do it.
Well, let's start off with obviously what I used for the thumbnail of this video. Charlotte Flair attacks Jade Cargill and causes a DQ as Nia Jax against Jade Cargill. And they're doing a 5 women ladder match. Rhea Ripley's not going to be able to compete at SummerSlam, so they're crowning a inaugural women's champion or unified, whatever they call it. They do that in AEW too, where it's a temporary champion until Rhea Ripley's back. They don't know how long she's going to be out, so they're like, okay, let's just do this match for now. And this match went about 2 minutes. Charlotte gets in there and attacks Jade, and a DQ ending. And Charlotte advances, or Charlotte will advance, but Jade advances due to a DQ, and that's it. And the crowd is just dead during this. They don't give a damn. It was just very awful booking. I don't know what they were thinking with this. So Jade advances because Charlotte attacked her. So Nia basically got screwed out of this because she didn't get attacked. It was just a headache throughout. But QJ, what do you think about their decision to have Jade advance due to a DQ from Charlotte?
Yeah, this is a terrible decision. I don't ever want to see this ever again. What was the point of even, you know what I mean, having a match? Who's gonna do that? We got to get better. That was the laziest booking I ever saw. If that's the case. You should have made it. You know what I mean? No DQ.
Yeah, because I don't know why they decided. It ain't like they need to protect Nia Jax. They barely even featured her on TV over the last
Yeah,
month. So it ain't like it's like, oh my gosh, we can't have Nia Jax get pinned by Jade Cargill. What do we do? Why don't you just have her pin her and then Charlotte attacks her after the match? Like WWE and these DQ and constant interferences. AEW does it too. It's just overdone. It's just I don't know if they don't want people taking pins or it's overprotective of people or what, but man, this match was just a waste of time. It makes it even more obvious Charlotte's going to advance. So Nia's going to lose twice because she's facing Charlotte in her second chance, which she gets a second chance. But there's a lot of women sitting in the back, like Jordan Grace, who I think I saw she has a match coming up. I could be wrong. Who ain't doing anything, who can't even get a match. It's just
ridiculous.
yeah, it's a headache, and WWE continues to just do weird booking. And I listen, a lot of y'all went at me on TikTok calling me a WWE hater, and I should just only say positive things, and I'm hating on the product, and I'm a hater, and I shouldn't watch it if I'm gonna hate on it. And all you WWE Kool-Aid drinkers can kiss my butt because this company has been lazy for months now. And as a fan, you guys could take the Triple H motto of, oh, just enjoy the show and have fun and don't criticize. You guys can do that, but I always look for the positives and the negatives and everything. I can look for that in anything I like. I like the Chicago Bulls. They're a badly ran organization. That doesn't mean I don't enjoy watching the games. You can look for positives and negatives and stuff you like. That's what the problem with a lot of wrestling fans. They either just love AEW or they hate it. They either love WWE or they hate it. There ain't no in between. You can like and hate something someone or a company or something does. I like Nike. Does that mean I like all the decisions Nike's made over the years? No. It's okay. Anyways, I had to say that, but this was just a horribly booked match, horribly booked show. Saturday night's main event's card looks like complete doo doo. It don't even look.
Garbage.
Yeah, besides the main event, it don't even look like it's even worth watching. I'll tune in when I get off work in the morning and see what's up. I'm not watching this show live. So we kick off the show with Gunther. He comes out there. He's angry. He's saying he should be WWE champion. He blames Nick Aldis. He choked him out, I think, on Raw or last week's SmackDown. I think maybe it was. Yeah, it was Raw. Yeah. He choked him out and says Sammy's a bum. He can't believe he's teaming with Sammy. He tries to be professional. He's been nothing but screwed since he got on SmackDown, and that Sami Zayn's beneath him. And pretty much Adam Pearce comes out, says, if it was up to me, you would have been fired. Nick Aldis didn't want you fired. He wanted to explain this match to you. They announced the stipulation that they mentioned 10,000 other times throughout this show. Sami Zayn against Gunther, against CM Punk and Cody Rhodes, a Saturday night's main event. If y'all didn't watch SmackDown, make sure you do because you're gonna hear this about 15 times every single match about this exact match and this exact stipulation. So listen carefully, y'all. This is important. Tag team match: Sami Zayn and Gunther against CM Punk and Cody. If Sami Zayn and Gunther win, they're added to the main event of SummerSlam for a fatal four way. Make sure y'all keep that in mind because they didn't explain enough throughout this show. But that's pretty much the main segment. QJ, what do you think about the opening segment with Gunther and Adam Pearce and this whole stipulation they added for SummerSlam?
I mean, it's cool stipulation. I mean, but the repeating, like we already know that match. I don't know. They making it seem that's gonna be like a 5-star match. They keep repeating it. Now it's over and over and over. Like I said, we'll see how it goes. You know, me, I don't mind change it up, fatal 4-way. Sometimes, yeah, some people say they prefer one-on-ones, but it's good to change it up. You know what I mean? They can still get their one-on-one, whatever, but I'll change it up. Let it have a fatal 4-way. But we know it ain't going that route. So,
Yeah, Gunther's facing Nick Aldis on this show. Not really sure what the plan is for Sami Zayn in SummerSlam. Maybe he's in it as a triple threat. I'm not really sure. I haven't heard anything about what Sami has planned. I mean, most of the big names already have matches, so not really sure. It's gonna be interesting to see what the plan is for Sami Zayn. We had Tala Tonga against Finn Balor. Back and forth match. A lot of people thought Tala Tonga was gonna win this match. I was reading Twitter before this show started. They were like, "Oh, Tala Tonga's gonna dominate Finn. They can't believe Finn's gonna lose this bum." Well, it took two Cody Grawls, but he beat him. And I thought he was going to kick out. And I would have been mad if he wanted to kick out of back to back Cody Grawls. But Finn gets the win. I don't know if this feud's going to continue with this whole group or whatever. I don't know. But we'll just have to see. I mean, Finn Balor got moved because they were trying to get him away from the Judgment Day. I don't really know what Finn's direction is going to be. Maybe him and CM Punk have another match. He was somebody CM Punk liked facing, and he mentioned last week in his promo. So maybe that's something they go back to. I mean, QJ, if you're booking Finn right now, do you have him in the mid card scene? Where do you exactly see him going from here if you're booking Finn Balor?
it's a good question. I guess you could keep him in the mid card for a little bit. He got to be back in that main scene. I don't know, but he needs to, whenever he get back in the main scene, needs to win. Because every time he get back in the main scene, I feel he don't really win, like that.
Yeah, Finn do be losing a lot, it feels like sometimes. Well, not sometimes, he do be losing a lot. We'll see. I mean, it's a fresh start for him. I mean, Finn still can go at his age. He looks great. So we'll have to see what the future holds for Finn Balor. I don't know if he'll ever be a world champion WWE again. I think that ship's kind of sailed, but I do think he still could be a valuable mid card / upper mid card kind of guy. And you could put him in a main event program whenever you need to, like you did with Punk, and you could expect a good match. We had another women's qualifier match, Tiffany Stratton against JC Jane. I did not enjoy this match at all. It was just slow, sloppy at times. I I just didn't really care about this match. QG, you got any comments about this match?
Um, yeah, it was just there. They was just doing their spots. Like you said, sloppy. Definitely was sloppy. Um, I don't know, just a champion defending. Uh, really don't no need to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they really did JC dirty. JC, for anybody who don't know, I made a short on TikTok about this. JC was supposed to be one of Rhea's opponents for SummerSlam. And now she's not even going to be on the card at all after losing this. You kind of got to feel for her. They're putting the United States champion in this match. And I get it. People are going to say, well, Tiffany's from Minnesota. Okay. You can't have her defend her championship she already holds
Right.
on the show. Just saying. It's just like AEW. There's too many championships that don't mean shit on the show. I mean, come on now. Tiffany did not need to win this match. She's had her moments. She's already a champion. JC Jane's new to the main roster. It looked like they were pushing her for a while. She lost to Paige. She lost to Tiffany. Like, is she already just fallen out of favor with creative already? I mean, it's just like, what are we doing here? Like, stuff like this is so frustrating because it's like WWE's always, and I'm not saying Tiffany's old. She's like my age, 28 or whatever. She's not old at all, but like, WWE's talking about pushing new stars, younger stars. I think JC's younger or older than Tiffany, but still, like she's newer to the main roster, like a newer star. And they just don't want to do that. It's like they wait years to push some of these people. Like, okay, we'll have you lose for a while. Then whenever we decide we want to push you, we'll push you. Not when the crowd gets behind you or actually cares. I don't get it, but hey, WWE's been doing WWE things for a few months now. I mean, this whole show was a booking nightmare, so I'm not surprised. Excuse me. So we did have a fun match. Fraxium against the AAA Tag Team Champions, the War Raiders. It was good seeing them on WWE TV. Haven't really seen either one of these teams in a minute. They're both very good tag teams, very fun. And they had a back and forth fun match. The crowd was actually getting into it, which surprised me because sometimes these teams or wrestlers will go out there and have a good match, and the crowd would just be just dead silent during it. But this crowd was picking up a little bit. They were getting loud, and War Raiders were doing some fun spots. Frax Team's a fun tag team in NXT. They haven't really done show on the main roster like a lot of other people. But QJ, did you like this match overall? War Raiders and Fraxium?
Yeah, good match. We forgot they was even there, but man, it's just such disappointment. These teams so good. It was good seeing them, but you know how the moment is. You have that little moment, and that's it. But this is SmackDown, so the crowd was somewhat getting into it at the end. But well, like I say, at least we watch other companies, so we know what these teams is all about. I'll always keep saying that. And people got to just start realizing and getting into other companies because it ain't just right WWE. You know what I mean?
Yeah, WWE. If you like professional wrestling, WWE's the last company you want to watch when it comes to that. I mean, it sometimes can be pretty rough to watch, especially if you like, really good matches. It's not all about just moves and matches. Obviously, you have a story and rivalries and
Yeah.
all that stuff, but like WWE's just kind of boring right now, and it's not a lot going on. It's a lot of the same stuff, a lot of the same people. And the main event of this show, Cody against Gunther once again. Could Gunther get his first win against Cody? They go back and forth for a while. They hit their normal stuff, nothing out of the ordinary. Cody cutters, chops, sleeper holds, power bombs. The Cody punches, paying tribute to his dad. Pretty much the typical Cody and Gunther match at this point on the main roster. If you've watched them face before, it was no different than any of the other ones. And really, I just had a headache throughout this match because Joe Tessitore, and I'm not blaming Joe Tessitore because I know there was somebody in his ear telling him to mention this 10,000 times, but man, at least every other minute during this match, I heard Sammy against Gunther, against Cody and Punk, Saturday night's main event, Madison Square Garden. The stipulation, a huge stipulation. If Gunther and Sammy win, they're being added. I heard that at least 15 times during this 10-minute
Ridiculous.
match. Yeah, it was bad. I was getting a headache from it. I mean, there's moves going on. He just keeps mentioning it. I mean, you'd have to be having a loss of hearing to not hear him say at least 15 times about the stipulation. It really just annoyed the shit out of me during this match. I was just zoning out after a while. The match was okay. It wasn't anything special. It was about a 10-minute match. CM Punk comes out there. He's out there supporting his tag partner. Obviously, he don't want Cody to get too hurt against Gunther. They had a segment beforehand. Cody wanted him to stay back and watch on the monitor. Punk was like, no, 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 man. I don't want you getting hurt before our big tag team match. Punk goes out there, is not really interfering or nothing. He's just showing his support. And then Sami Zayn appears, which it was kind of obvious Sami was going to be out there. He's in a tag team match. They're going to have him appear before the big tag team match. They even said he's returning from his mental break or whatever they call it. So it was obvious Sami was going to be there. He ends up getting attacked by Cody. Cody does a springboard on the outside to him, takes him out. Sami ends up pulling him off the apron, starts beating him up as the DQ ending. And then they just have a brawl that breaks out to end the show, and everybody's brawling. And that's pretty much it. Joe Tessitore mentioned the same thing about 15 times during the brawl, and that wraps up SmackDown. QJ, what do you think about this main event and this whole brawl breaking out at the end?
Main event was I don't know. It was kind of slow. They always start slow, and then you know how the announcers be saying, "Oh man, they giving it they all." I mean, they barely doing anything. They just did little, whatever one or two moves. Then they'll start hitting their signatures, finishes. Going for the pedigree, which Cody got to stop doing. These finishes ain't you know what I mean. meaning something. They should have just did like a they just had like a backstage brawl fight. Let's go back to having certain matches. I'd rather have them all fight in the back. You know what I mean? Just to change it up, something.
Yeah, because WWE, the problem is they book these matches, and it's so obvious nobody's taking a pin during it. Like Gunther wasn't going to lose to Cody again. Cody's not going to take a loss for SummerSlam. It's just them not having a main event to really book. So, like, you know what? We'll just book this match. We'll have Sammy come out, interfere, DQ ending like every week. It's just a snooze fest right now, and it's tough to get through these shows. Like Raw is just so much better of a show than SmackDown right now by miles. And I don't know if it's the star power, the writing, the matches, whatever it is. SmackDown's just not a very enjoyable show. It's not been for a few weeks, and it's just a chore to get through. And some weeks is better than others, but man, it's tonight's booking between the main event DQ inning, which I expected, the Charlotte interfering in Jade and Nia, Tiffany advancing. I mean, there's really nothing good on this show, really. I mean, to me, and I'm not even being a hater. I like watching WWE. I know some of y'all might say I'm just hating. I'm not trying to hate. I would love for SmackDown every week to be the best show presented and have good segments and good stories and good matches. I would love for that to be the case. I would look forward to watching SmackDown every single week. But that's just not been the shows. And I don't know if it's USA. I don't know if it's the roster, the writing team, creative, TKO, all the above. But man, these shows have been brutal. And I know everybody's saying CM Punk's going to save SmackDown. I mean, he might make it a little bit more entertaining, but he ain't filling all 2 hours of this show. So we'll see. QJ, what you been think? What you been thinking of SmackDown the last few weeks? Any final thoughts before we wrap up this video?
SmackDown, man. I don't know. Like I said, mainly be a snooze fest. It's like I don't know. They just got to start off differently. It's always the same. Start off with a promo. They will set up a match. Like they got to start off with a match, kicking it off. Then after a while, go to a promo, the next section. I don't know. They got to just change a bunch of things. Or have it like when they start off a show, you see someone attacking someone backstage. Um, just got to change it up. You know what I mean? Change it up and have different match types because you know how we used to play the game a lot. It's like we don't ever see half of those match types. You know what I mean? It could be you could have some of the match types on the regular show. It's fine. I don't know. Just change it up and get more people involved and stop having the main people all the time. So we see same people.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, there ain't really a whole lot of fresh stuff on WWE. I know everybody says Oba, but it don't even sound like they're planning on crowning him champion until WrestleMania. That's a minute away. So like, it's I don't know. I mean, the men's main events. I say this all the time. It's a huge problem. They're all in their 40s. This whole tag team match, every guy is in their. No, Gunther's not 40 yet, but he's close. Punk 48, Sammy 41 or 42, Cody's 40, like Reigns 40, Rollins 40. Like, and I'm not saying 40's old. 40's young in my book. It might be old to other people, but like these guys have been around the block. And you got guys like Javon Evans who are 21 years old who are kind of ready to get some moments here. And they're just like, now we'll have him lose every week and not really do much and just be sitting in the back. And it's just, it can be frustrating. But hey, TKO is the one making millions of dollars and people are still paying high ticket prices for SummerSlam and stuff. So, hey, they're doing something right, I guess. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to check out our gaming channel's description below. We've been uploading a lot of gaming content. We got a lot of games on the way. GTA, NBA 2K27. We got the new Kenna game,
Modern
Wolverine.
Warfare.
Yeah, all that. I mean, there's a lot of games coming out. So if you guys like gaming content, make sure to check us out. We're also on Spotify. If you're like me, I listen to podcasts on Spotify all the time. I listen to music. I work overnight, so I have my earbuds in. If you're like me and you like listening to podcasts, we are also on Spotify, LTQ Wrestling Podcast. Make sure to check us out there. As always, appreciate the support. Peace.